You guys have to master. Hooks much earlier than the right lane.
The initial appearance on ESPN for the lawyer from the state of Washington. Pretty good shot. Shakes him around, leaves the soft seven.
Well, he got a split in his practice balls, and when he got the split, he told Chuck Bazzano, our coordinator, that says, I'm starting on the left lane, and then he did strike the last ball. He moved in a little bit deeper where there's oil. There is oil left of the third arrow. They swing it wide, has a tendency to hook early.
The spare ball for the opening shot, and by the 7-pin it goes. So the newcomer on the PBA Senior Tour with a miscue in the first.
And the nightmare, you know, just let me get out of the gate with the spare and I'll feel good. My nerves will be settled. Whack. He misses the spare.
And against a seasoned vet like Jimmy Certain, that's not normally going to help the cause. 5-pin does a little dance, but neglects to take out the 7.
But I think Jimmy will make it.
I'm going to say, if I were a betting man, the odds would be pretty good on him converting. Certain with an opening match victory over John Handegard, 216 to 163, in case you've just joined us. Game number 2 of the $75,000 St. Charles AMF Bobcat Senior Classic. A quick 11-pin lead for Jimmy Certain. Next in line, our host, Dick Weber.
Hall of Famer Dick Weber.
John Hersina, our top seed this week, a powerful, strong player from Pennsylvania. Certain has tightened up the line considerably, and a bit of a Weber wall shot that time on lane 25.
Actually, as I watched Jimmy bowl all week long, when he hit in that position, he struck almost every time. That light hit like that, he just rattled him around every time.
Excellent shot as Tuell bounces back on lane 26.
His first strike in the championship round, and he threw it very, very well. You look at his approach. Watch, he moves that left foot, and he pushes the ball, and he gets slightly early, but he makes it come out right here. It's in time. A nice slide. Look at how steady the head is. Left arm out there for balance. Pretty good form. He seems a little mechanical, a little stiff, but his timing's really pretty good.
Strikes here. He could cut the lead to 1. A little better speed. Gets a break, though, leaving just the 6 and the 10.
That left lane is the lane that they have to master. He's really in trouble there because of his slow speed. He throws slower than anyone else on the telecast tonight. And when you ease up on that speed that's already slow, the ball wants to bite very, very quickly.
And, of course, that was a key all week long. You had to be firm and good speed the first 15 to 20 feet of the lane. No problem with the 6 and the 10 for the man who sponsored Earl Anthony on the tour from 1970 through 1977. That's an interesting note.
Certainly is. And he beat Earl by a lot of pins in this tournament. Trying for the double.
Interesting the way Certain is playing the lanes, though. He has tightened up his line considerably from the opening game.
Well, what happens, Dan, especially in this bowling center, is as they bowl, the oil or the dressing on the lane gets carried down the lane by the bowling balls. In many centers, that hurts the scores, but in this center, it makes them better. And so the scores should get better as we progress on in the telecast tonight.
Certain leads by 21, could extend it to 31 if he strikes here in the 4th. And a couple of turkeys in game number 1. Reaches out, rolls up, shakes him around, and 7-pin.
7-pin again. Similar hit that he had in the first frame. Figures, though, just as I talked about, he carries that hit every single time, then he leaves the 7-pin the next time he comes in there. Is he going to carry? No.
He's been watching too much of George Foreman, I think. This is a stare down. So for Jimmy Certain, he leads here in game number 2. We'll be back with a conclusion after these messages.
We see that he beat Jimmy Certain in the match play, 260 to 230, so he can throw the strikes when he gets them going.
And a very consistent week this week. Said he just wanted to come out and have some fun, and I think he's accomplished that goal.
Yes, I sure.
A little better speed, a little better attempt with the fingers as well. Ball starting to roll off of Tuell's hand.
Well, he's throwing the ball very well on lane 26. Again, he just has to get 25 under control. Unfortunately, they make us bowl on 2 lanes out here, Dan. It doesn't do any good to just hit one.
If you were playing right now and you had thrown the shots that Dave has, what would your adjustment be on lane 25?
I would try and hedge in a little bit more to get the ball in the oil first.
So you would move your feet or just your
Yeah, I
target?
might move my feet a little bit left.
Okay. Better roll up, and probably the best shot that he has thrown, and gets stung with a ringing 10 pin.
Well, he made the adjustment. He picked up the speed a little bit, and it looked like he had a slightly deeper angle. And solid 10 pins, unfortunately, are part of the game.
A member of the law firm of Tuell, Anderson, Fisher, and Kopp. I wonder if the other partners are pulling at this point. One thing is for sure, when this one's all said and done, there are no appeals.
No appeals at all.
Fifth frame, game number 2. Dick Weber next in line. John Hersina, our top seed this week. Well, you have to like the way Certain is keeping the ball on line and still giving it the heavy roll.
Well, he's getting it into that oil with a little bit better speed than Tuell has, and it's not really covering as many boards. Get a different view of Jimmy's shot here. A little short follow-through. That's as high as it ever gets. There's the result. Boy, that was just a picture shot. They say the perfect strike is where the ball hits the 1-3-5-9 if you're a right-hander, and that's what that ball did right there.
Will it be a repeat performance? This one light, the 2-pin stands for the player who has earned over $330,000 in his PBA career.
His inability to strike on lane 25 is keeping Dave Tuell in the match, but Dave Tuell can't strike on lane 25 either. At the 2-pin. No trouble.
Well, as a matter of fact, the 2-pin comes all the way out to about the 50-foot mark.
And they'll reach out from the back with a hook and try and pull that pin off of the lane. We're going to send our player services director, Kurt Schmidt. He wants a little air time.
A PBA champion in his own right.
That's right. He wants, I believe, 3 titles.
Who applauds himself for the 60-foot dash. No match for Carl Lewis, I'm sure, but a nice job nonetheless.
Actually, I thought he did very well. I was worried he was going to slip and fall all the way.
It's like walking the plank out there, of course.
Has to hurt. Soft 10.
Stop it.
In the pocket, just covering so many boards, the ball almost rolled out, Dan.
Terrific bridge player.
In fact, the reason he didn't bowl in Las Vegas at the tournament there was because he was in a bridge tournament at that time. Describes himself as an aggressive bridge player and aggressive bowler.
Tries to play with intelligence. Shot his first 300 game at the tender age of 16, and at that time was the youngest player in the United States ever to shoot 300. Of course, then Dick Hoover from Akron, Ohio came along.
Now they shoot them when they're 10, right?
Yeah. 300 is not a big deal anymore. That kind of bothers me, too.
Well,
seems like the game's a little too easy.
Sometimes it is, Dan.
Yeah.
Trying for his first strike over here. Just can't get it.
The dreaded 2-4-5 is left on lane 25, so Tuell continues to search for the solution on lane 25, as have all of our finalists.
Well, he tried to throw that ball harder, and his follow-through got real quick. And just didn't have the fingers in the shot for the ball to come back up. Kind of lost that one. But got it.
Got a break as he converts to 2-4-5. 24-pin advantage for Jimmy Certain. Who is just kind of taking things one frame at a time here. Of course, Jimmy captured his first ever PBA Seniors Championship, the first one he bowled in at the Showboat in Las Vegas.
No trouble with lane 26.
It's almost automatic. An unusual type of delivery. It always looks to me as if Jimmy's going to hang up in the thumb hole and reach out and throw that thing about 15 feet in the air, but it always comes off his hand.
Well, it comes off clean most of the time. I mean, it's like any other player. We have some shots where it does hang and where we do lose them and things like that. But for the most part, this is the style he came out with in 1967, and he still got it.
It's almost like his hand is extended over the line, though, and the ball is still on the hand. Very late release.
Yeah, it is very late.
Oh,
but it
double
strikes.
Effective nonetheless. So Certain bounces back with a double in the 7th and the 8th, takes command in match number 2, and now leads Dave Tuell by 34.
Give it a lot of room.
I would too if I got a reaction like that.
2 strikes.
Well, again, we're looking at possibilities here, Dan. Dave can strike out for 215. Jimmy Certain right now going at a 219 pace, the 9th frame. Dave Tuell hasn't struck on lane 25. If he wants any chance to win this match, he has to strike here.
Double
took a
move
bit of a
from that.
chance there and sent that one dead right, and an excellent reaction as he comes up with a double.
Well, his best shot, he really threw this one wide. Watch the ball go way out. Now watch it straighten out at the pocket. Looks like it's going high. Actually rolled out at the pocket. Puts a little pressure on Certain.
Needed it badly, and Certain tries to continue to lead, and boy, has he thrown some nice shots on 26. This time, though, the ringing 10 jumps up in the 9th.
Well, he's got to make this, and he's got to keep his nose clean in the 10th frame. Right now, Jimmy's going at a 218 pace. Again, Dave can strike out for 215.
Pins you hear crackling in the background. Those being knocked down by Dick Weber, our number 2 seed. Certain cross lane at the 10.
Spade in your 9th.
Could still shoot 218 if he strikes out.
Basically,
I'll make that 228, I'm sorry.
What he needs is 9 spare 9. A strike will do it right away.
Yep, certainly 18 pins to fill in the 10th.
Oh, suddenly at 4-9 in the 10th frame.
Expected that, the 4-9.
And really, he's looking at the score to figure out if he should go for 9 or go for the split. If he gets 8 out, he would finish with 204, which means that Dave Tuell, if he got the first one in the 10th and 9, would have a spare. I think Jimmy will go for it.
Looks like a pretty good shot, but it did roll up a touch high, and he leaves the 4-9 here in the 10th.
He's got to go for this.
He played it close.
On the 4, goes for the count, so he shoots a game of 205.
Well, what that does by getting that 1 pin means that Tuell needs 2 strikes in the 10th to beat him.
Dave Tuell has always dreamed of being in this situation.
Well, he's got his dream come true now.
David Tuell needs a double to move on.
Little extra time, got it left of the target, and Jimmy Certain will advance. And for Dave Tuell, an outstanding opening week on the PBA Senior Tour, but the dream, I guess, turned into a bit of a nightmare.
Well, he definitely jumped on that one at the end, and it was way left of his target. Didn't have much of a chance as it left his hand.
All part of the experience, though, of learning to play in the championship round.
Well, it's the difference, really, between a veteran and somebody making his first television appearance.
Dave made an interesting point. He said, you know, when I had an opportunity to bowl the great Dick Weber in match play this week, I was fortunate enough, don't ask me how, I got in a good pair, but I beat him, and I just told Dick when I was done, it's been an absolute honor bowling against you. Good luck in the championship round. So Dave Tuell finishes up third, certain advances. But before we get to